this isn't a military base. It's a private city. And you weren't invited. In 2026, the ultra-wealthy aren't just buying bunkers. They're building underground nations, complete with private energy grids, hydroponic farms, independent water systems, armed security forces. And the reason has almost nothing to do with nuclear war. What you're about to hear is based on real sales data, market reports, interviews, corporate filings, and public investigations into the rapidly expanding bunker economy. But before you understand why they're building these places, you need to understand the scale. Because the numbers don't make sense. Unless they know something the rest of us don't. Underground bunker construction reached nearly $25 billion in 2024. Analysts project it could surpass $41 billion by 2030. At the same time, the global prepper economy continues exploding in size. More than 20 million Americans now identify as preppers. That number has doubled in less than a decade. But billionaires aren't prepping, they're escaping. And the difference between prepping and escaping is about $500 million. Fear has become an industry, and business is booming. Look at the companies leading the market. Atlas Survival Shelters reportedly averaged millions in monthly sales before geopolitical instability sent demand soaring almost overnight. Its owner revealed that inquiries spiked dramatically during international conflict escalation. Some of the people buying these shelters weren't anonymous survivalists, they were powerful officials, executives, people connected to the systems running modern society. One reported message sent to a bunker manufacturer was chillingly simple: "When will my bunker be ready?" The people managing the infrastructure are quietly building escape routes, while publicly insisting everything is under control. And that's when the story becomes bigger than bunkers. Because this isn't just about survival shelters anymore. It's about geographic separation. Look at where elite money is moving. In New Zealand, luxury fortified compounds have become so common among billionaires that investors reportedly refer to them as apocalypse insurance. Tech elites and hedge fund billionaires have quietly secured enormous properties there for years. Then there's Mark Zuckerberg. His massive compound in Kauai reportedly includes multiple mansions, interconnected structures, advanced security infrastructure, and a large underground shelter with independent energy, food, and water systems. Media outlets called it a basement. But a self-sustaining underground facility isn't a basement. It's contingency planning. And maybe something more disturbing, an admission that the people who benefited most from the current system no longer fully trust its future. To understand why the wealthy are digging underground, you have to understand what they're actually afraid of. And surprisingly, it may not be collapse itself. Writer Douglas Rushkoff interviewed billionaire tech elites preparing for catastrophe and discovered something unsettling. Many weren't motivated purely by fear. They were motivated by separation. The idea of living inside isolated, high-tech compounds removed from political instability, economic anxiety, and social unrest wasn't horrifying to them. It was appealing. Luxury bunker designers now advertise underground putting greens, climate-controlled art galleries, private theaters, pools and saunas, medical suites, staff housing, hydroponic food systems. These aren't emergency shelters, they're parallel societies, and the psychology behind them may explain everything. Researchers at UC Berkeley have spent decades studying the psychological effects of extreme wealth. Again and again, studies suggest the same pattern. As wealth increases, empathy often decreases, rule-breaking increases, and people become more likely to justify inequality as deserved. In the famous rigged monopoly experiment, participants given unfair advantages quickly began believing their success came from personal skill rather than the broken system itself. Within minutes, the brain rewrote reality. Now apply that mindset to billionaire bunker culture. They don't see themselves as abandoning society. They see themselves as the survivors of it, the chosen few capable of escaping consequences. Everyone else becomes background noise, collateral damage.